Never look for the distant, always only for the closer. Every institutional religion, especially for beginners, offer hopes for a far paradise, promise high spiritual worlds of devas and angels. But I tell you, in the path of the soul to the light, look for the closer. Never work with hopes, illusions, dreams, and promises. It's much better to work with a hard reality, to face a difficult truth, than to work on the most sweet illusion. Organized religion usually go on talking about paradises full of cows, angels, trees of diamonds, and all kind of sense enjoyment. Some of them even with virgin women. And look for the closer, I say. I mean, begin your path from the real, from the reality where you are. In order to arrive to any place in the world, or even to other city, other street, you can call anybody and ask how to go to this and this address. First thing they will ask, where are you? Means where you are is very important in order to arrive anywhere. So I prefer to begin by talking about our actual reality. It is not my intention to convince you about any paradise. I prefer to ask, what is for you this world? What is this world? Usually, for all of us, this world is the total of all the objects that we know, the totality from galaxies to animals, flowers, trees, planets, human beings, is the objective reality. And not only objects in the physical level. There are mental objects like ideas, thoughts, conclusions, concepts. Emotional objects, feelings, emotions, energetical objects, in this empiric reality, all these objects take place, and the totality of these objects we call world. For example, when somebody is the best soccer player of the world champion, we mean that he is the best of all the soccer player teams. When we say this is the best ventilator of the world, the best frigidaire of the world, the best computer of the world, we mean that from the totality, all the number of computers or frigidaires of the world, this is the best. That means world is something that includes all the objects of our reality. Others connect with the world as the planet, Earth. Different theologies, different religions give different explanation for the creation of the world. For most of them, this was created by a god. On the other hand, we have the scientific community. They base their assumptions about the beginning of the world on the Big Bang theory. In the Torah, the word world is olam. Olam. But we use the same word to say forever, le'olam, means the word olam is used in relation to time. And the same word olam is used in the sense of place, ha'olam hazeh. And the same word olam, it's included in the term le'alem or he'alem, that is disappearance. And if you put all these words together, means you look into them, you will find an amazing explanation that this world or this olam It is the He'alem or He'almut, disappearance of Alufo shel Olam, of the divine. It is a kind of cover by Le'olam, Olam, time and space. Anyway, what is the world? This world of objects that looks like so substantial, so solid, appears less and less solid as long as the science go deep into the objects to try to find what is the essential matter. As much closer they become to the object, the solidity go and dissolve. So, what are these objects? What is a chair? What is a table? A tree? A flower? A table, it is a form, a color, a texture. In other words, is perception, experience. You can show a chair and you can show the wood, the form, the color, but not the chair. You can think about your husband, your wife, your father, your mother. If you analyze and go deep into it, you will discover that dear friend is a collection of moments, words, places, situations. In other words, that person is a collection of experiences. Think about your husband, your wife. Who is this person? In your memory, there is a lot of experiences. So, this world is not a world of objects, but a world of experiences. Even when you look at me or somebody, I am an experience that appears in your consciousness. And in relation to a world that is the experience we have about it. I mean, the world is nothing else but the experience we have about it. And any experience depends on the presence of yourself. It is not possible any experience without the previous presence of a self, an I, or whatever conscious. I don't want to enter now in the nature of this self, I, or conscious we talk about. But any experience must be in relation to a self. It is impossible an experience without yourself be there. How can be? How can be the experience of a world if there is not a self and the self is the knower of the experience. So intimate. Who can understand your experience of an evening in front of the ocean, in the beach? Who can understand your experience of a sunset? Or even when you eat an apple? Only the self, only yourself. It is a knower of the experience. So, in order to know the world, it is essential to know the self. Everyone relates to the world in the way he relates to himself. In relation to the way you see yourself, you see the world. So that is essential. And that is the aim of the Advaita, to know yourself. In the famous method of Atma Vicharan, self-inquire, that it's famous all over the world because he's that amazing master, Bhagavan Sri Raman Maharshi from Tiruvannamalai. That method, it's not more than a question without an answer. Who am I? Who am I? the question goes directly to yourself. It is a question that is essential, because what you are in this moment is nothing else but a collection of opinions from society. You are, or what you think that you are, it's connected to the opinions of your parents about you, of your family, your friends, teachers, society. What you believe you are, it's related to what society and tradition has superimposed on you. If somebody asks you who you are, you will give all that rubbish opinions. I am a professor, I am a doctor, I am a dentist, I am a worker, a taxi driver. But that is your profession, has nothing to do with your nature, with your essential reality. If anybody asks you who you are, you will say, I am Chilean, Argentinian, Israelian, Hindu, American. But this is your nationality, the geographical place where this body, this form appears, but has nothing to do with your reality. I am married, divorced. I am Michael, Peter. Your name, but who you are. What is the reality you perceive that you are? It is a question without answer. Who am I? Because it is a question without a verbal answer. The answer is your presence now and here. It is an existential answer. And if the Advaita Vedanta and the Atma Vichara self-inquire, it is a question without an answer. The Torah brings not a question, but a guidance with an answer, but in the same direction. In the Torah, Sefer Bereshit, Genesis, Perek Gimel, Pasuk Tet, chapter 3, verse 9. Vayikra Hashem Elokim el ha'adam, vayomer lo ayeka. God called out to the man and said to him, where are you? Ayeka. Ayeka means, where are you? And many interpret it as a question. But that can't be a question. Because how God, that knows absolutely everything, can ask where Adam is? So no, this cannot be a question. So, and he don't ask. Vayomer is, he said, Some bad translations put the word ask, and God ask, where are you? But the reality, the original Hebrew is God says, Vayomer, not Vaishal. That means this is a guidance in the beginning, in Bereshit, Genesis, the first book of the Torah, to all the past. The past begins looking where you are. Don't look for the distant. Look for the closer. You. Where are you? And I say, if Atma Vichara, or who am I, is a question without an answer, the Torah brings a guidance with an answer, because here the answer is from big masters in the level of prophets, like patriarchs, like Abraham, Imakedat Yitzchak, say, Hineni, here I am, or Shmuel, the prophet, Samuel, with Eli, say, Hineni. Hineni is a very interesting word. Hineni. We can translate like here I am, but no, this is not the real translation. It is a word made of two words. Hine is like an indication, like a description, like here. We don't have that word, not in Spanish, not in English. Something like here. Like indication. When you indicate, in Hebrew, when you indicate, see the moon, you say, Hine. Hine. Hine Yareach. You indicate there is the moon. Or you want to indicate there is a chair there. Say, Hine. Aquí se nimset shama. Hine. So here, Hine is present, it is here, Ani. Hine and Ani. Hineni. So the first thing, in order to advance in this process, is to empty yourself, to put aside anything you know about yourself from others, to throw away all the information you learn, acquire from others about yourself. And then inquire yourself. What you are. Look. Don't think about. Even don't feel. Only look. Ayeka, where are you? Who am I? And the answer will be existential. Hineni. Hineni is not a verbal answer. It is a revelation. Even in Sanskrit, it's not so possible. We have in Sanskrit the aham, but aham is I, and asmi is like am. But you cannot say aham asmi, like I am. You have to put something like Brahman. And the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 1.4.10 say, Aham Brahma Asmi, Aham Brahma Asmi, I am Brahman. But Hineni is this I am, I exist, I, present, but hine. And this hineni bring the most amazing experience and revelation you can have. It is to look in yourself, from yourself, through yourself, and realize that I exist. I exist. I am. You don't need to think. If somebody asks you, do you exist? You don't even need to think about it. It is so self-evident. It is so absolute. You can doubt everything in this world. You can doubt all your reality. You can doubt that people who are with you, your family, friends at work, maybe are patients in a mental hospital and you are crazy. Maybe your boss, your wife, your husband is a doctor. And maybe you are totally crazy. You can doubt. You can doubt your reality like the Zen master who dreamed that he is a butterfly. And when he woke up, he was in the doubt, called his disciples, and he said, I have a deep doubt. I don't know if I am a man that dream in the night that I am a butterfly, or maybe I am a butterfly that dreamed that I am a man. You can doubt everything in this life. But the only thing that you cannot doubt is the existence of the doubter. It is so absolute that you exist, that you can negate everything. You can negate existence. You can negate, but the only thing you cannot negate is the existence of yourself. You must be there, even to negate everything. It is absolute. The existence of the self. And who knows? Who is aware of the existence of the awareness? There is something or somebody else who is aware of it. There is another entity or presence that it's aware of this existence that you don't learn from anywhere. You didn't never study about it. Nobody teach you in your life that you exist. Yourself. The same self that know that he exists is the self that exists. Is the same one that is aware that he exists. That is what the Advaita Vedanta say, that the last reality is existence, sat, consciousness, chit, and bliss, ananda. Hineni is ani, I, exist, existence, presence, I am. But not only. In the same word, hine means the self is aware, is conscious that he exists. It's not only exist, because exist can be a robot that exists, something imagined, or no, this is aware. There is awareness. That is the reason that many times masters call to the self awareness or consciousness.